Okay, so today we are going to start with a new unit, Unit 5. Okay, and we are gonna be talking about these four objectives, lesson A, B, C, and D. Okay, these topics are very helpful for you because you can even apply all the knowledge to the real English. Okay, and this is good because with these topics we are taking um, some things that are necessary for our real life. Okay, and today we're going to start with the unit 5, growing up. Okay, Florencia, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you, Florencia? You're fine, right?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, that's good. Okay, guys, so let's start with this unit. We're going to start working on this. Okay, and today we're going to be talking about growing up and your family background using the simple past. Okay, in this unit, we're gonna be focused on talking in our simple past. Okay, guys, tell me, do you know something about the simple past? Good morning, Jorge.
Good morning.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm
fine.
great, thank you. And you?
Yes, I am fine.
Okay, it's good. It's good to know it. Okay, guys, so let's start with this unit. Like today, we're gonna be talking about growing up and your family background, okay? And I know that all of you have a family, right? And all of you have a childhood, and all of you have a life in the past, and you can even talk about it because simple past is very useful when we are talking with each other. Okay, but before I want that you look for these images, for these four images, and tell me what can you see here. I'm gonna give one image for you, to each of you, and you are going to describe what you see in the image. Okay, what you think is happening in this image. Okay, where I am going to start with Fabiola with the image number 1, then with Florencia, image number 2, Antonio, image number 3, and Jorge, image number 4. What do you want? What are you gonna do? Just describe what you see and what you imagine, and that is happening in that image. Okay? As you can see, all of them are children. Okay? So tell me, what can you see? Please observe your image.
I can just see the first time, kids, only kids,
Okay.
boys and girls, friendly,
Okay. What else?
showing in the school, in the date, I don't know.
Okay, maybe they are going to the school, they are friends at school, right? You
Right.
look happy? They look happy?
Yes, they are look happy.
Okay. It seems they are. Yeah, okay. That's good. Thank you, Jorge. Then Antonio, tell me about you. What do you see in your image?
In the number 3, I see a boy.
Okay.
He's dirty, and he did some tricks with the freshly clothes, because I imagine that is
Okay.
I don't know, how do you say sábanas? How do you say?
I forgot the word.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that stops, and in the front of the image, I see the typical pose,
Okay.
a typical pose for a mother that is a little angry, and maybe will give I don't know, a sentence, a good sentence
Okay.
for his child.
Do you know?
Or did that?
Okay. It's okay. It's good. Have do you know how to say regañar in English?
No,
To scold.
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 Okay.
So I think the mom is scolding to the boy, right? Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Antonio. Then Florencia, tell me.
I see a girl and I think she's learning to swim. And she looks like happy.
Okay. She looks like happy. Okay, thank you. And finally, who has the image number 1? I think it's Fabiola, right?
Yes. I see kids on the beach. They are happy,
Okay,
and
they look
maybe
happy.
they play it with the sand and maybe swim,
Okay.
and that's all.
Okay, they look happy. Okay, so and you can even wonder what happened in these images or why they are children, right? Because we were children too. Okay, so we used to play with our friends. We used to study in a school. We used to go to practice different sports when we were a child. What else? We used to play with our friends on the beach and in any other places. Okay, but this is the childhood. Okay, this is a childhood. What you can say about the childhood, and then we're going to start answering these questions here. Before we begin these classes, we are going to remember something about our childhood. Okay, for example, do you remember your first close friend, maybe in the kindergarten, or maybe you remember learning to swim, okay, or maybe learning to play in the guitar, or maybe learning to doing something else? Do you have other memories like this? Or for example, do you remember a time you got into trouble like this boy in the image number 3? Okay, when you get in a trouble with your mother or with your father or even with other member of the family, or your first day of school. Okay, so now the question for you is related with these questions. Okay, and now we are going to start with Esmeralda. Esmeralda, tell me, do you remember your first close friend?
Yes, I remember my first close friend in the kindergarten. Her name is Carolina.
Okay.
I remember he liked the monkeys.
Okay.
And his her father are a dentist.
Okay.
I remember that.
Okay, that's good. Okay, Carolina was your first close friend, right?
Yes.
Okay, in the kindergarten. Okay, time ago. And how
Yes.
old are you, Esmeralda?
I'm 13.
13 or 30?
30.
Okay, yes, because 13 is 3. Yeah, so you are not a teenager. You are a young adult. No.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Esmeralda. Jorge, tell me, do you remember, okay, do you practice any sport maybe when you were a child?
Yes, I am practice swimming.
Okay, so, but did you learn swimming when you were a child?
Yes, I remember my first class,
Okay,
the first steps with swimming and take the water
okay.
in the piscine. How do you say piscina?
Sorry?
How do you say piscina? I assume it's
In
piscine.
the pool,
That's correct. Pool.
pool. Yes, it's the same, pool.
Yes.
Ah, okay, okay. So you are good at swimming, right?
See, I don't remember my age in this moment, but I suppose maybe 7 years, 6 years. I don't know.
Okay,
Mhm.
7 years. Okay, it's good. Thank you, Jorge. Now, um, Fabiola, no, Florencia. Yes, Fabiola, tell me your first day of school. How was your first day of
Mm,
school?
I don't remember my first day.
Okay,
It
or
was
something, a memory?
kindergarten, and maybe my mom says I didn't cry.
Okay, okay, yes. Uh, when we were a child, we used to do that. Okay, we used to cry. Okay, and then we're going to finish with okay, Florencia and Antonio. Florencia, and tell me your first a time you got in trouble, Florencia. Your first scolding.
My, I don't remember, but I think it's when I don't like to do my homework,
Okay.
and my mom, uh, she always regañar. How do you say?
Scold?
Scold me. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, when you didn't do the homework. Okay. And Antonio, we're going to finish with you. Do you have other memory like this?
I remember my first time when I took a class, a swimming class. And
Okay.
I remember because it was so stressful for me because I lost my class, my group.
You grew up. Okay.
I lost my group, and then nobody could me resolve this problem. So the quick answer was
Okay.
take the join in the first group that you
Okay.
want, and that's all. And I took class with a little boys. I had 8 years old, and my classmates were maybe six, five,
Six.
6 7 years old. And
Okay.
it was so uncomfortable that
Yeah.
situation, but
Yes.
that is the reason because
Okay.
I
That was
remember.
a really hard experience for you, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay to share our experiences, our memories. Even in this unit, we're gonna be the most of the time talking about these memories because we are gonna focus on the past simple. Okay, as you can see, these questions um, bring our memories from the past, and you have to use our the verbs in past. Okay, as you can talk in Spanish, for example, if in Spanish I ask you, te acuerdas de tu primer amigo? And you can even answer the questions in past, for example. Sí, mi primer amigo se llamaba, okay, but you say the words in past. Okay, you talk in a past, you don't talk in a present. And now, and most of you talk in a present, some sentences in a present. Okay, but the importance here is to learn how to use effectively the past simple. Okay, and then we are going to start with, okay. Okay, with the first lesson, okay? So here we have childhood or infancia, okay? And, but I need 2 volunteers to read this text, okay? One is gonna be Ramon and the second one is going to be Ling, okay? But okay, I need 2 volunteers and then the rest of the class are going to read out also this text, and you are going to try to understand what they are telling each other. Okay, so who wants to be Ramon and who wants to be Link? You, Antonio, and you
Me.
want to be Ramon. Who wants to be Link?
Me.
Fabiola. Okay, Ramon, please start. Number 1. Antonio.
That's a great baseball shirt, Link. Are you from Seattle?
Kind of. I live there, but I wasn't born there.
Oh, yeah. Where were you born?
In Sao Paulo, actually.
Sao Paulo, Brazil?
Yeah, my parents were born in Hong Kong, but they moved to Sao Paulo just before I was born.
Wow. How long did you live there?
Until I was 6, then we moved to the US.
To Seattle?
Yeah, we lived there for 10 years, and we came here to San Francisco about 3 years ago.
Oh, so did you grow up bilingual?
Well, we always spoke Chinese at home. I couldn't speak English until I went to school, and actually I can still speak a little Portuguese.
Okay, thank you, Antonio. Fabiola. So, we are going to pronounce these words, okay? Lift, please, everyone. Lift, lift, lift. Again, everyone, please. Lift. I live there. So in our next class, we're going to learn some tips about pronunciation, okay? Even the pronunciation in the verbs in the past, because in English we have 2 kinds of verbs. We have the regular verbs and we also have irregular verbs, but the pronunciation in the regular verbs are different, because you can find that in the regular verbs you are adding an ed, but not all the verbs in past with ed are pronounced like ed. Okay, some of them sounds like a t and some of them sounds like a d, but in our next class we're going to start a little about this pronunciation of the verbs. Okay, so here we have another one. For example, the word move is move, okay? Move. As you can pronounce a D at the end, but without the E, okay? For example, move. I moved to Sao Paulo. Okay, and then we have another one. For example, okay, I think that was, and they were all those words, okay? This is necessary for you, but this is gonna be in the next class, okay? A little tips for pronunciation with the regular and irregular verbs, okay? Hello, teacher, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, David. How are you? How's everybody, my friends? Fine?
Yes, we're great.
Very good. Exactly. Excellent. Very good. Very good, David. You continue, okay? Thank you, David. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, teacher. Okay, so thank you, Antonio, and thank you, Fabiola, right? Or Esmeralda? Who was the Fabiola? Okay, now, who wants to be Ramon? I need 2 volunteers more. Ramon and Ling. Please, Jorge, would you want to be Ramon?
Okay, it's all right.
Okay, Esmeralda, Ling.
Okay.
Okay, please. Okay, you can start, guys.
Okay, that is great baseball shirt. Ling, are you from Cyril?
Kind of. I live there, but I wasn't born there.
Oh yeah, where are you born?
In Sao Paulo, Brazil, actually.
Yeah, my parents is born in Hong Kong, but I moved to São Paulo. Just
You say
before.
Sao Paulo.
Sorry.
Okay, again, please. Sao Paulo.
I am São Paulo actually. Oh yeah, where are you? I lose.
Okay, but don't worry, don't worry. Okay, okay,
Oh,
okay. Okay, you were in the part where Ramon says and Sao Paulo, Brazil.
sí.
Okay.
When the Ramon asked you in São Paulo, Brazil.
Yes.
Yeah, my parents were born in Hong Kong, but they moved to Sao Paulo just before I was born.
Wow. How long did you live there?
Until I was 6. Then we moved to the US.
To Seattle.
Yeah, we lived there for 10 years and we come here to San Francisco about 3 years ago.
Who? So did you grow bilingual?
Well, we always spoke Chinese and I couldn't speak English until I went to school, and actually I can still speak a little Portuguese.
Okay. Okay, thank you guys. Just remember is move, okay? Move. Okay, in the part where you can say move. Okay, here we have two phrases. For example, complete the 2 sentences below, then tell the class. Okay, there is a difference between these 2 sentences. The first one is I was born in, and the second one is I grew up in. Okay, but it's different. You can because maybe you are from another part of the country, and even you move when you were 2, 4, 5 years old, and you grew up in another place, different place. Okay, for example, and tell me, Antonio, where are you from? Yes, you are mute.
Sorry, I'm from Mexico City.
Okay, you are from Mexico City. And where did you born?
I'm born in Mexico City too.
I was born in.
I was born too. Sorry, I was born in Mexico City too.
Okay, and you also grew up in Mexico City?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you You were born there and you also grew up in Mexico City. Okay, Jorge, and okay, Florencia, tell me, where did you born? Where?
I born in
I was
Tlanepantla.
born.
I was born in Tlanepantla.
Okay. And where did you grow up?
And I grew up in Toluca, Atlacomulco.
Okay, yes. So you moved to Toluca?
Yes, when I was 8 years old.
When you were 8 years old. Okay, it's good. Any other guy who born in a different part and grew up in a different city? Yes, teacher, tell us about you.
I was born in Cuba. I was born in La Habana,
Okay.
but I grew up in Veracruz.
Okay. Yes. So you are from Cuba.
Exactly. I was born in Cuba,
Yes.
but when I was like 3 years old, my parents brought me to Veracruz.
Okay.
For the last 20 years, I have lived in Mexico City.
Okay. So but you're now living in Mexico?
No, right now, no. The last 5 years, I moved to Hidalgo, and I've been living in Hidalgo for the last 5 years.
Okay. Okay. It's good. Okay. Thanks, teacher. It's good to know it. Okay. And also, I was born in Coatzacoalcos. It's another city from Veracruz, but I grew up in Jalapa, Veracruz. It's the capital of Veracruz. Okay.
Coatzacoalcos is a really hot place, David, right?
Yeah, Coatzacoalcos is very hot.
No, no.
Yeah. Okay. And who else? Elizabeth, tell us about you.
I was born in Mexico City and I grew up in the same city.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Elizabeth. Now, I'm gonna ask you some questions here. Okay, it's not a question, but we're gonna make this activity. Circle the correct words to complete the sentences, okay? Use the conversation above to help you, okay? And you have here the information about Ling's parents. Okay, what is the first one? Ling's parents born or were born in Hong Kong?
Were born
Exactly. They were born
We're born
in,
Hong Kong.
okay, good. Number 2, Ling lived in Sao Paulo for until 6 years. Okay. Ling lived, just remember, this is in a past. This is in past simple, okay? Lived. Ling lived in Sao Paulo
only
for, okay, for 6 years. Okay, you can tell me your answers and at the end we're going to review the answers, okay? Number 3, Lynn moved to Seattle when or until? Okay. Tell me an answer.
Until
Okay. Number 4, Lynn's family moved to San Francisco 3 years long or 3 years ago?
3 years ago.
Okay, so let's check. Okay, let's check it. The answers. Let's check it out. Okay. Yes. Okay. So here we have the answers. The first one, Lynn's parents were born in Hong Kong. Lynn lived in Sao Paulo for 6 years. Lynn moved to Seattle when she was 6. Until means in Spanish hasta. Okay, but here we have an information about Lynn, but it says that Lynn moved to Seattle when she was 6, cuando ella tenía 6 años. Okay, and number 4, Lynn's family moved to San Francisco 3 years ago. Is recent. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So, okay. We're going to continue with a little of the grammar about be born, simple past, a review. Okay, and we also going to see some time expressions for identify and this past simple. Okay, guys, and tell me, do you remember something about the simple past?
No sé por qué se puso así.
Yes, Jorge, tell me.
Mm. Can you
Okay.
repeat me the question, please?
Do you know something about the simple past? Do you remember something about it?
Yeah.
Just remember that. Yes, tell me.
I remember the simple past is, for example, for past simple and not continuous. Something, for example. Or
Okay.
no.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Jorge. Just remember, what is a simple past? Simple past is just to talk about some activities or a certain period of time that is in the past, that start in the past, but also finish in the past. Okay, is not here. Okay, this activity and finish in a certain time. Okay, but how we are going to use this? So just remember, we need to have a subject. For example, I, you, he, and she, and it, and you need a verb. But the difference between this verb in present and in past, this verb change the structure. Okay, so we have two kind of verbs, as I told you at the first of the class. We have the regulars and irregular verbs. Okay, so I'm gonna write here. Okay, imagine in the simple past we have a subject. Okay, just remember we have pronouns. For example, I, we have you, he, she. Okay, we're going to start. We are going to work with these 4 pronouns. Okay, here we have, we need a person who makes the action always. Okay, and we have a verb. For example, if I'm talking in present, for example, I study English, this is in present. Okay, I study English every day. For example, every day. Just remember in the present, in the simple present, we are talking about routines. Okay, we're talking about statements that always happen. But here we are talking about memories or even actions or yes, that are in the past. And here we have in present, but we're going to change in past. For example, I studied English. Okay, and here you can use some kind of expressions. For example, I studied English yesterday, or maybe the last month I studied English. Okay, or when I was 15 years old, I studied English. Okay, you use this expression with a verb in past. For example, you studied English. He studied English. She studied English. Okay. Okay. So, and here we have some questions about this. The first one is, where were you born? Just remember, and in Spanish we have I am, you are, but in the past is I was, you were. But here we are asking, where were you born? ¿Dónde naciste? So our answer is gonna be I was born in Sao Paulo. I wasn't born in Seattle. Okay? Where were your parents born? They were born in Hong Kong. They weren't born in the US. Okay, just remember, guys, when someone asks you these questions about where were you born, you are going to answer with I was born in Sao Paulo. Okay, this is the right way. Even if you don't born in any place, in any other place, you can say I wasn't born in Seattle. Okay, but if someone is asking you about a group of people, where were your parents born, 2 or more people, you can say they were from in Hong Kong. Here we have the structure. We have a subject, I was born, the verb in past, in this case is the verb to be, I was born in Sao Paulo. Here we have, where were your parents born? They were born in Hong Kong. Okay, Elizabeth, are you there?
Yes, David.
Okay, so let's continue, okay? So did you get the first part?
Yes.
Okay, so how long here we have the second question. How long did you live in Sao Paulo? Okay, so here we have, we lived there until I was 6. Until means hasta que tenía 6 años. We didn't live until 2001. From then we came to the US. How long? How long do you live in Sao Paulo? ¿Cuánto tiempo? How long did you live? Okay.
Can I use until for express months? 6
And
months?
for express, the period of time. How long? How much time? For example, here we have, we lived there until I was 6. Okay, until the period of the time. Okay, how much time? How much time do you live there? Okay, in Sao Paulo. For example, this answer is from, okay, you can have here the answer, for example, from 1995 to 2001. Okay, we lived there until I was 6. And you know the period of time, you know it, okay?
We live
We have
on
the another one. For example, we didn't live until 2001. Then we came to the US. Okay, and the other question is, when did they come here? Now you are there. Okay, you are there, you are in the country. They came here about 3 years ago. They came when Ling was 16. Okay, you were there, but in another questions, you are not living there. Okay, you are only saying the period of time that you were there. For example, how long did you practice football? Okay, how long did you practice football? This could be another question. I practiced football until I was 12 years old. You are not practicing football anymore, okay? You practice football until I was 12 years old. And you can tell me because maybe you start practicing football when you were 8 years old, okay? And you can also say from 8 years old to 12 years old, okay? Okay, sorry guys. Okay, we're going to continue here. Okay, the another question is, do you live there for a long time? For a long time. Yes, I did. I lived there for 6 years. Long time is a mucho tiempo, okay, por mucho tiempo. You live there for a long time. Okay, not for a short time, it's a long time. Maybe you can say, for example, 6, 7, 10 years old, 10 years, okay, maybe 20. This is a long time, okay? No, I didn't live there long. Here we have another one. Did she move here last year? Moved, okay, when you, for example, when you are living in a place and then you got another job and you need to move to another city, okay? You need to go to another city just for your work. But it's not the same. It's not, for example, when you have to take a bus and just go to the job and then you need to back again in bus. No, you move. For example, you live there for your job, or you live there. You have a house there. You have you now have a life there. Okay. She moved in May. She moved in 2011. Okay. So you get it, guys?
Yes.
Okay, so let's start with this exercise. Okay, I'm gonna give you in like 4 minutes. Okay, and you are going to try to do this exercise. Okay, to complete the answers. Okay, I'm gonna give you one for each of you. Okay, number 1 is gonna be Elizabeth. Number 2, Jorge. Number 3, Antonio. Number 4, Florencia. Number 5, Fabiola. Antonio is not here. Antonio is not here, right? Okay, we're going to start with you, Elizabeth. Number 2, sorry. Where
Did you live when you were young?
Okay, where did you live when you were young? Just remember to put the auxiliary did. Where did you live when you were young? Okay, and how could be the answer?
I lived in Mexico City.
Okay, no, but the answer of this one. Then the number 2.
The answer? Okay, actually,
You said, where did you live when you were young? And here?
Did you grow up in a big city?
Okay, did you grow up in a big city? Okay, B, actually?
Actually, I grew up in Seattle.
Seattle, yes.
We stayed there
Okay,
until I started high school.
okay. Actually, I grew up in Seattle. We stayed there until I started high school. Okay.
Okay.
Number 3. Jorge, please.
Okay.
Just remember, we are talking about the past, okay? This verb needs to change. Okay. Who?
Who was your best friend in school?
Okay, who was your best friend in school? How long?
How long?
How long?
How long was
Okay,
your friends?
okay, how long?
How long was your friends?
Okay, this is the answer. Okay. Okay, well, my best friend.
Well, my best friend did Jane.
Okay. Was Jane. We
Was Jane. We was
were
we were friends from a long time.
for a long time.
For a long time. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. The current address. We were friends for a long time.
For a long time. Number 4. Okay, at the end, we're going to review the answers, okay? Number 4, and maybe, I don't know who wants to do it. Number 4.
Did you and your best friends ever?
Okay. Number 4.
Number 4.
Okay, what? Arg means like, for example, discutir. Okay.
Discussion.
Did you and your best friend